those games again where we were more gifted, more blessed, more talented, bigger, and all those kind of things. But I was very pleased when I was thinking about how we played so poorly in the second half Monday night when we had it was 52-26 Monday night when I walked off the court. It was the first time I looked at the clock, and tonight I walked off the court and looked up and it was 50-26. And so we did remind them at halftime about how poorly we played in the second half Monday night. I didn't enjoy all of it, but for the most part we were much better. Things I like probably better than anything is 29 assists on 41 baskets. It means we did share the basketball. I thought they were making way too many threes. You know, they're 4 for 25. I guess one of them makes me feel like it's 12 of them. But did that, and then we did a much better job of playing defense without fouling as opposed to the way we played Monday night. But again, we're more blessed, and we should win that kind of game. But I think we did gain something from the way we felt after Monday night's game.
After you started with Seven's performance and the parades coming along,
I'm pretty doggone pleased with our point guard position. I'm never going to be satisfied, but if you look down there, all right, so Kobe is 4-2, so that's 12-2 in both spots. Kobe has 11, Seventh has 7, so that's 18 points. I do feel pretty good about that. I want both of them to stay and keep playing, getting better and better.
what are you most pleased with Seven?
No turnovers. It's an easy deal, guys. I've been preaching for 3 years, stay in front of the ball and don't turn the sucker over and you get to play more. It's pretty easy.
Do you have any update on Kenny?
Yeah, I told him he's laid on the floor and he's flopping around like a dead fish. He's in there fine right now. He scared me, there's no question, but he stepped on somebody's foot. And he was in pain, but he's fine right now. He came out to the court. He was coming out as we were coming back in. So I would think that my guess is I'll probably not practice him tomorrow, but I would expect that he'd be able to go by Monday.
Did he just roll the ankle?
He stepped on somebody's foot.
Okay, yeah.
You obviously have these freshmen are talented, but you've given them bigger roles, or they've claimed bigger roles than freshmen have for you the last few years. Are you comfortable with that? I mean, you just talked about you being happy with Kobe as he adjusts to that, and this year off the bench, and I mean, you're okay with that?
Yeah, I really am. And, you know, the reason that freshmen haven't had as big roles the last few years is because all the upperclassmen were better. You know, you had Justin, you had Kennedy, you had Isaiah, Joel, Theo, Nate, all those guys. So that was in front of Tony Bradley, but Tony was huge for us. And then Theo and Joel still out there last year. But so part of it is the talent in front of them is not as big, not as gifted, not as experienced in everything that they. But also, those three guys are pretty good. But I've started a lot of freshman guys. I mean, people think we just start old guys, but started Bobby Frazier, Marcus Ginyard, Tyler Hansborough, 3 freshmen after we went in at 05. Started a ton of freshman point guards, but those guys are gifted and they understand the mistakes they're making and trying to do better. I am uncomfortable with all 3 of them. Nasir and Kobe got a lot more ink, but number 1's going to be pretty doggone good too.
You mentioned taking the rims off the basket to send a message on defensive practice. How was the practices after their first?
We didn't do that. You know, the assistants talked me out of it. I wanted to kill somebody. We didn't do it. We talked about it at halftime that if we played the second half like we played Monday night, that there was a great possibility that the rims wouldn't be on there. And Coach Rob said, you guys do not want to go through that. But on, let's see, we played the game Monday night. We were off Tuesday. So Wednesday we did control secondary break game. That's the only thing we did the entire practice. It was offense. Everything else, everything was a defensive practice.
What goes into a defensive practice?
A lot of defensive slides, a lot of quick slides across the lane, zigzag, 2-man closeout, things you probably don't. You guys know what 2-man closeout is. I'll be surprised. But things in your lingo that you talk about, I wouldn't know what the crap you're talking about. So defense, the easiest thing is they didn't get to shoot the ball.
There was a moment in the second half where Sterling got a foul, and Luke kind of took the time to coach him up for a second. How important is Luke's leadership for both the big
Luke and Kenny and Cam, all 3 are really good leaders. I like for them to talk to them all the time. I mean, Luke has a shot and saw Nasir. If he'd made a bounce pass, Nasir would have caught it going in, and then it would have been an outrageous dunk. I mean, everybody going crazy, but do it in the air, and Nasir's coming in, so they got to communicate a little better, and that'll come from playing. But no, I think that those 3 guys are doing a great job of leading a team. and even talking about a practice where we do all defense. And those three guys led the guys through it, talking to them each and every time about, we want to get better today. I mean, but seriously, we did a fast break drill, 5-on-5, and that's the only offensive thing we did. And we ran a layup drill that was usually 4 minutes and 15 seconds. We went 9 minutes without stopping. The rest of it was just 4-on-4 dancing, especially maybe look at 4-on-4 shell, 1-on-1 defense, everything that you can do on defense.
Take one more. In a game like this, and then you got St. Francis on Monday, what are you hoping, and you may not even look that far, but what are you hoping
I'm glad
to,
you told me who we played.
what are you hoping to learn before you get into the games where you play these ranked opponents?
Well, we can show them some clips. I mean, we did an hour and, I'm gonna guess an hour and 10 minutes worth of tape. The other reason we didn't do anything on offense is we just did half a practice on Wednesday, all defense, and then we went in and watched the tape. I mean, you guys may remember Garrison started to go shoot it, he tried to pass it to Nasir, and they're 2 feet apart. So we can show those kind of things, and they'll understand more about placing, spacing, because that's the biggest thing. Our break tonight was much better because we got better spacing on the break as opposed to 2 guys running side by side. But if you can go back and we'll show Nasir, for example, what we're talking about. It's silly, but I say it anyway. If a guy's not in front of you, it means he's behind you. Pretty simple. He's not selling freaking popcorn. He is behind you. So if you're dribbling the ball up the court, you should expect someone to come up behind you and knock it loose. But the problem we had that play was Nasir and Kobe running side by side. So one guy, or both of you, ran up behind him and knocked it loose. So we can do things on the tape and show that to them. That's the old lie in the sky don't lie. They can see it and understand a little bit better about what we're talking about. And today, especially, we can show them where one time I think Rob got the ball and Kobe went all the way around behind him and filled the lane. It's the first time we've done that all year. So you can show those kind of things and again talk about spacing. As Steve said, 29 points on the fast breaks, most we've had in 3 years. Thanks, guys.